So in the previous exercise, you saw that you calculated your reading speed. Well, for a good reading speed in CAT examination, it's around 400 to 450 words per minute, right? So this will help you um, get a good score, be able to finish all those 5 passages. Now, where can you get from today? Where your average could be anything between 250 to 250, 300 if you're not a prolific reader. Well, you can easily get beyond 400, 450. You can, if you consistently work on this, you will get around 450 to 500. I have seen people being able to increase by 100 to 200 WPM in about 6 to 7 months with persistent effort. So that is where you can get with this. Now the question is, how? How will you get there? Well, there is some things that can help, and we will go through them and see if you can bring them into practice while you're reading and while you're practicing on reading comprehension passages. Well, there are a few bad things or ill practices that you develop over time, which sort of reduce your reading speed, right? Even if you're a constant reader, you might be doing this constantly, which is what is keeping your reading speed peaked at one place. First is subvocalization. So, what do I mean by subvocalization? So, if you've noticed while you're reading, you will try to pronounce those words not verbally but in your head, right? So, for example, when I'm reading this, I will try to, while I'm reading it, if I'm silent and just trying to absorb the content, my head will read word by word. So that is called subvocalization. It's a common habit among readers. It involves saying a word in your head while reading, and it is one of the main reasons why people probably read slow and have a trouble improving their reading speed. Now, how can you control subvocalization? First thing is use your fingers. What do I mean? You, while reading, if you move your finger along the text, right, your brain doesn't feel the need to subvocalize, because brain subvocalizes to maintain a reference point to read the next word, right? So it wants to pronounce the word so that it can register that I have read the word subvocalization and the next thing I need to read is also known as, right? So if you're using your fingers to underline the text while you're reading it, your brain will automatically switch the subvocalization. But now you will say that you can't do this because in CAT examination you won't be touching the screen. Well, you do it while you're reading your textual content, which is on paper format, and once you do that, right, your brain will automatically get into the habit of stopping subvocalization. So you have to do it for some time. The next is use SLR reader. So there is a software tool called SLR reader. You use that software tool, so you can copy paste any content into that tool and then read it through that tool. And what that tool does is it allows you to set the word per minute limit. It also helps you in chunking. I will come to what chunking is. So if you read SLR using SLR reader, you will automatically stop subvocalization. Third is push yourself. What do I mean? It's not about reading a lot of content, though that is an important part. But while you're using SLR reader, right, I just mentioned it lets you set your word per minute. Now what you do is you set it to 250 at first, and then you gradually, when you're reading, right, so like you go gym, every time you try to lift heavier weights, sorry, every time you try to lift heavier weights, so you go 250 word per minute, you spend 2 weeks reading at that speed, then you switch over to 300 word per minute, you spend say 4 weeks there, and then every 4 weeks you increase 50 word per minute up until you hit 450. Beyond 450 it's will be difficult anyways to read, and you can't, any normal human being unless with any superior powers cannot go beyond 700. I've seen very less people go beyond 700, right? Even people who are from law humanities background, they're generally between 700 and 800 word per minute, right? So that is where this helps. Now moving on, so this is one way to control subvocalization. It is bad habit number 1. Second is inefficient eye motion. So what happens is, if you're moving your eyes too much, right, if you're concentrating on the word subvocalization and then you have to move your eyeball to the next word and move your eyeball, so that is what it means by inefficient eye motion, right? Moving your eyeballs too much, and at one point you are reading only one word. So Then for that, what you need to do is you need to read in chunks. What I mean, you need to do chunking. So read subvocalization, also known as auditory reassurance, is a very common habit among readers. It involves saying words in your head while reading. It's one of the main reasons why people read slowly and have trouble improving their reading speed. So what I'm doing is I am reading 2 or 3 words in a go. You're not reading one word. So while you're doing it in your head, you'll see a difference. That if you're reading two or three words in a chunk, then how does it increase your speed? You can also again use SLR reader. And SLR reader, what it does is then you can set the chunk size also. This is a chunk of 3 words or 4 words, right? And it will display the text, but it will give you 3-4 words in a go to read instead of 1 word at a time. So while you're reading that way, you will see that your reading speed improves because you are reading chunks. Now, why do I believe chunking works? Well, it's not just me who believes chunking works, it's everybody who believes chunking works. So people who are avid readers would normally also read newspapers. So, or people who need to read newspapers need to do it faster. So newspapers themselves don't want you to spend a lot of time in reading them, because if it's a time consuming process, then nobody would read a newspaper, right? So what newspapers do is they follow the column method. They divide the text into 3 columns, right? And the reason behind that is that automatically they're breaking their text into chunks, right? That is what they're doing. So they are saying that while you're reading, you read 1 column, then you read another column, and you read the 3rd column. And while you're reading 1 column, right, you just don't need to move your eyeball at all. So consciously try to do this, right? You read this column, you actually don't need to move your eyeballs on the paper, because the column length you should be able to absorb without moving your eyeballs. Second thing is that they're saying that you read one entire sentence in one go. So you don't read the government, you read the government of Delhi doubled, the honorarium, helpers in the city, the increase for Anganwadi workers, and for the helpers it, right? So you take one chunk at one go, and that is how newspapers are designed. Now, the next habit, so basically you know that 2 things you need to do. Restrict, first is read in chunks, and second is restrict eyeball movement. Now, some of the students last year used to ask me a lot about how to control subvocalization. So using fingers is one way, and I've told you SLR reader, but then both of them, you don't read as much paper content as you read a screen content today. SLR reader is not handy for you to use. So one other technique that I had developed for myself to control subvocalization is pop on a chewing gum while you're reading. So that controls your subvocalization, because your brain suddenly starts focusing the subconscious towards chewing activity. So when you're chewing or shaking your leg and you're reading, then subvocalization itself gets to go away. So that is a very jugaad way of doing this. Okay, now you know these 2 also, chunks and eyeball movement. Next is regression. What happens is regression is that you read the first time, you skim read, and then you think that I will go and read the question and I'll come back and read the passage again to find the answer. It doesn't work in CAT examination. It's always too late for a redo, right? It is always too late. You have already elected Trump, so it is already too late for a redo. Now you can't go back and do anything about it. Similarly, in CAT passages, once you have read a CAT passage, it is too late for you to go and now read it again, because you don't have that much time. You will end up capping yourself at 4 passages. So, avoid skimming first. In the first go, while you're reading, focus on retention. And I will tell you how to improve retention also, but you focus on retaining as much information as possible while you're reading it the first time, so that you don't have to go and cross-refer. It might be that if you skim read, you can read the whole passage in 2 to 3 minutes, but then what happens with that is that if you're reading the passage in 2 to 3 minutes, you're not absorbing as much. It's better that you spend an extra minute there, which is 3 to 4 minutes, an idle time to read through the passage and retain more of it. right? So this is a better option. So that those are the 3 ways that you can actually at a very tactical level improve your reading comprehension. More about improvement and retention in the next session, but so far do this, go ahead and practice along these lines.